artificial intelligence is the next industrial revolution.
It will touch every profession, every person, and every relationship you have.
I think in the future we'll have AI coworkers.
A kid born today will never be smarter than AI.
AI is rewriting production.
AI is here, and it's here to stay. So you either get on board or you get left in the past.
You don't want to give people a choice.
Deal with it, deal with it.
Deal with it.
AI, generative AI.
These leaders claim to know the future.
It will happen.
But do they really? Because suspiciously, the same people making these predictions are the same people that benefit from the predictions.
In my prediction, it will actually make so many robots and AI that they will actually saturate all human.
Our app is actually going to be built by AI engineers instead of people engineers.
Obviously, you want us to believe that because you stand to profit from it, so of course you're going to tell us that it's happening no matter what.
Find a way to say yes.
The oracles of the ancient world also claim to know the future, and oddly enough, they also benefited from those very same predictions. So are they really gifted with the second sight, or is something else going on? Hi, my name is Eric, and I work in the emerging technology industry. I also used to work in consulting, so I know a thing or two about BS. And oh boy, my BS meter has been shattering. So if you really want to know what's going on with technology and how it affects society, be sure to subscribe. I just finished reading the book Prophecy by Carissa Véliz, but we're only scratching the surface of what's covered in the book. You'll learn about history, philosophy, digital privacy, very relevant to the issues that we face today. I definitely recommend it. Throughout the centuries, this desire to know the future can be found all around the world. But nowadays, we have more sophisticated tools. We don't need to read tea leaves or entrails. We've got big data and artificial intelligence. AI is a
Prediction machine.
And the tech CEOs, there are new prophets. So no longer do we need to rely on an oracle. Okay, that's just a name. It's just a coincidence. Just like how Palantir is named after evil Sauron's crystal ball that sees everything. Okay, it's not like big tech actually wants us to look inside of crystal balls. Gosh, it's kind of on the nose there, don't you think? You know what? The prophets of old, they were corrupt, and they could be easily bought by world leaders. Today, we would never—
Thank you, Mr. President. We certainly couldn't do this without you.
To provide the president with technology support.
I'm thrilled we get to do this in the United States of America.
Here are 5 reasons why AI tech companies are the new Oracle of Delphi. If you could see into the future, what would you want to know? Imagine, if you knew your opponent's every move, you'd be invincible. Or would you want to know what stocks to invest in so you can become rich? How much money would you be willing to spend to have this information about the future? But our desire to see the future is exactly what leaves us susceptible to scam artists. In the ancient world, people from far and wide would travel just to talk to the Oracle. Desperate people willing to pay any amount of money just to get a glimpse of the future.
Choose your question wisely, mortal.
And these oracles, they knew how to run a business. The oracles would even sponsor athletic events, which is crazy because that's clearly a conflict of interest. In the modern times, we would never—
#1 Sportsbook and bonus bet.
Sportsbooks all over the stadium.
Told a friend ahead of time that he was going to go out early on a foot injury. $200,000 in bet.
Let me tell you, some of these fortune tellers were business savvy, and they would produce intentionally vague answers that required additional questions and more prophecies. The oracles are not wrong. You were just prompting the fortune teller wrong.
If you do not ask specific questions, I cannot be responsible for your misinterpretation.
You need to get better at prompting. You better hand over more tokens. Doesn't that sound familiar?
If that $500,000 engineer did not consume at least $250,000 worth of tokens, I am going to be deeply alarmed.
I tell them what they want to hear.
And if the fortune teller happened to give you bad information about the future, you got to do something about it. Luckily, fortune tellers were also magicians. They could sell you magic to counteract the effects of the prophecy. It's a bundle deal.
That's right. The more GPUs you buy, the more money you save.
There's a problem with students using AI software to write their papers. Well, here's an AI detector to see which students are using AI. Sell a problem to a sell a solution to a problem that you created, which is pretty much the foundation of every software company.
The more you buy, the more you save. Okay. All right, there'll be a quiz at the end.
Emperors, military generals, monarchs, they're all one bad decision away from losing it all, which is why they have prophets on the payroll, giving life advice and military strategies. And even today, presidents have their own spiritual advisors to validate their power and to enhance their public persona.
You are here because of God, and I believe that the Lord said to tell you this. You will be victorious.
But they also know how much people believe and how much they rely on technology. So naturally, they collaborate with big tech companies to help sway public opinion. They consult with them so they can learn how they can use the algorithm to boost their appeal online. How can they win elections? How can they leverage AI to boost their propaganda? And prophecies from oracles were not just pure predictions, they could be strategic. They were not prophesizing that a king was destined to rule. They're choosing the king for you and pretending that they were chosen by the stars, they were chosen by fate, they were chosen by the gods. But in reality, they're using prophecy as a command.
So, all those prophecies from the gods, all those people, you're paid to deceive them all?
When people want to know about war or politics, I'm paid very well to tell them what the cult wants them to hear.
And when you ask the tech industry about the future, they're not predicting the future, they're commanding it. They're imposing their will upon us and pretending that's inevitable.
Big part of why I hate it. This forced inevitability. People like you are always saying that it's happening whether you like it or not, but you're the ones making it happen.
They predict that AI will be everywhere, and then they'll shove AI everywhere and pretend that it was the natural order of things, that it was going to happen anyway. But in reality, they're pushing a very aggressive marketing campaign and pushing their agenda upon us.
And these influencers did not disclose that they were part of a paid campaign from the pro-AI dark money group, and secretly paying influencers thousands of dollars to push pro-AI messaging.
It's time to learn about AI. We're going to make our everyday lives easier and better.
And prophecy as a command goes beyond technology. Take this land because it was destiny. Start this war because it was prophecy. Obey this leader because they are the chosen one.
Because God is with you and God is using you to defeat evil, to harvest the nations, and to bring a worldwide revival.
Prophecies can be used to justify decisions. If a world leader wants to eliminate an opponent, they can tell the prophets to make a declaration that it has been foreseen that this person or this group of people will be a threat to the throne, so they should be watched over or even eliminated. And today, if the government wants control over a population, they can use AI predictive policing to justify monitoring that population. They can simply say, well, according to the algorithm, this community is a threat and should be closely followed.
More departments are using data-driven algorithms to forecast crime, to determine where violent crimes are likely to take place and who will perpetrate them.
And this has led to over-policing of certain groups.
Targets, and it just justifies, in their eyes, racial profiling.
I just really worry about the world that my son is going to enter into and become a young man in.
We are arresting individuals who have broken no law.
But they will. The commission of the crime itself is absolute metaphysics. The precongs see the future, and they're never wrong.
Prediction Engine attempts to figure out when and where similar crimes are likely to occur.
Must respect the word of the ephors.
You see, it was never about prediction. It was always about power and control. And prophecies and predictions could be games. People can intervene with their own prophecies to make them come true. This prophet would predict that Alexander would win battles, but they would also suit up and join the battle to help the prophecy come true. Flash forward to the poly markets. A bettor on the poly market can predict that someone's going to go streaking across the football match. Well, they could strip their clothes off and run onto the pitch to make the prophecy come true. Here's another example. The White House press secretary abruptly stopped her meeting a few seconds shy of the predictions on the poly markets.
In November of last year. And so I would encourage everyone to take a look at the website. It's quite well done. And thank you all very much. It's great to be back with you.
Some people speculate that this was done intentionally, that they knew about these prediction markets and tried to manipulate the outcome in order to cash in. I'm sure there are plenty of examples of manipulation on the poly market. Let me know in the comments below if you can think of any other examples. And the predictions themselves can alter behavior. And nowadays, if a prominent public figure makes a speculation about the stock market crashing or about a war, that prediction alone is enough to cause chaos, causing people to panic sell and withdraw money, crashing the market and creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm not saying this, but some people believe that these leaders are doing this on purpose to manipulate the markets. Artificial intelligence is a new technology, but in a strange way, AI almost seems like a MacGuffin. It's a plot device to move the story forward.
To control all others.
Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on.
To make large groups of people follow orders.
This technology disrupts and makes their economic power less.
To rule them all.
You swap it out with something else and it still serves the same political purpose. Control and power. And this is one of the big motivating factors behind AI data centers. AI seems like a useful tool in harmless fun and games, generating funny videos, but in reality, it's kind of like a Trojan horse, but a reverse Trojan horse that vacuums up all our personal data. You see, whenever we interact with these tools, we're also giving up a lot of our personal data to these big tech companies. It's like that vacuum cleaner from Luigi's Mansion, sucking up anything that isn't nailed down. What we like, what we dislike, our biometrics, our personal data, our medical history, our browsing data, our political affiliation, our family members. This data can be used to control us, to sell us advertisements, and to use information against us in the future, whenever it's politically convenient. And we've seen AI companies use sneaky tactics to trick us into forfeiting our private data. We can summarize your sensitive documents, but in reality, they're stealing your intellectual property. Connect your bank account to our chatbot so we can monitor your finances and charge you the maximum amount via dynamic pricing. Upload photos of yourself young and old so we can better train our image algorithms and improve our deepfake.
2016 versus 2026 challenge, then unfortunately, you are also helping to train AI and make it even more realistic and even more undistinguishable from real humans.
So these companies, they continue to lure us with these promises of more efficient work, future, a bright utopia, and funny images to distract us and amuse us. And if the public starts to catch on to their plan, well, they could fall back on the tried and true methods of shaming us for being anti-technology. You're going to be left behind if you don't adopt AI.
Supercharged by AI or be left behind.
You're left in the past. Come on, jump on the train.
Offers you a seat on the rocket ship. You do not ask which seat. You just get on.
Or the rocket ship, whatever lie they need to tell us. And if that doesn't work, they can use heavy-handed tactics like threatening us with an AI apocalypse.
You get the apocalyptic visions of AI. How real is the prospect of killer robots annihilating humanity?
AI is going to destroy us all, and only the tech companies, the tech bros, they're the trusted ones, they're the anointed ones that can save us from that destruction. And if that doesn't work, they can fall back on the old...
Is America winning right now, and how likely is America to win the race for AI vis-a-vis China or anyone else?
We can't let this technology fall into the wrong hands. Don't you want to beat our foreign adversaries?
If they're going to be killer robots, I'd rather they be American killer robots than Chinese.
We're in an arms race, and we're going to win with American AI. So it just depends on the day of the week. They'll say whatever it takes to justify data centers, to justify cameras on every corner, and justify shoving AI into every nook and cranny of our digital existence. I mean, think about it. With all the data they're collecting, how accurate do they want these predictions to be? Because if you're predicting the future with 100% accuracy, it's no longer a prediction. It's something else. All right, so what can we do? Well, first off, call BS. That LinkedIn lunatic that keeps spamming AI is inevitable, AI is inevitable. Does he also have an AI consulting firm? And was he previously a crypto expert or NFT expert or a metaverse expert? And try going offline. You see, when you read a book, they can't shove ads in your face. They can't censor or take away your physical copy. If you're reading under a tree, they can't harvest and sell your data. They can't control you or tell you what to think. Reading a book is reclaiming your brain. Reading a book is reclaiming power. Reading a book is giving a big middle finger to big tech. And let's normalize making fun of these assholes. They're not prophets. They're not demigods. They're not even geniuses. They're a bunch of dweebs. And with all the money in the world, you likely have something that they will never be able to have. Let me know in the comments below what you think that is. Because we have agency over our own future.
Future's not set. There's no fate but what we make for ourselves.
Forever in motion, the future is.
Always in motion is the future.
We are in control of our own destiny. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit subscribe and like. It helps out big time in the algorithm, and consider sharing this with somebody you think would enjoy this video. I predict you're going to enjoy my future videos.